Hello and welcome. Let's continue with let's tidy up our Jira. So I'm gonna click on share screen and share my screen. Like I said before, the whole steps in what we are for what we are using for our Jira is already in our website, jamboeknekouni.com. This is the step, and this is what we've done so far this morning. We've been able to create a cloud instance of Jira using the NextGen project, and we'll call that project farm produce listing. This is the Jira work, farm produce listing. And we've been able to add people, do our backlog, create issues. And we've also been able to do roadmap, create the epics. So if you look at this work now, if you click on roadmap, you're going to see our epics. You're going to see our epics. You're going to see our epics. This is our epics of the fan. These are our epics. The first thing we want to achieve, epic simply means milestone in relation to date. So I prepare Jira project management. We want to do it from today to the 2nd of next month. And after that, we'll build our back end from 2nd of next month to 30th of next month. Then after that, build the backend features using Django. So this is the epic showing us the milestones that we want to achieve. So you can share this by clicking on share. You type in the email of the person you want to share to. You click on send. The person should be able to see this. So your boss might want to, after preparing this, you want to see it and know whether it's working. So you use the share to let him see them. Then went into the backlog. So inside the backlog, that is where we wrote out everything that we have in mind to do. Then we'll get back to the bots. So we added some onto our to-do, some onto in progress, some onto review. In progress is what we are currently working on. In review is what we've done working on. But we want somebody to review them before it is now sent to done. So those are the Kanbans, the bots that we have. And I say you can always add more bots by clicking to this side and clicking on plus to get more. So today we're going to be looking at reports. So when you click on reports, you're going to be seeing the different types of reports that we can have. You can have what we call burn-up reports. You can have sprint burn-down charts. You can also have velocity reports, and you can have cumulative flow reports. So these are all the different types of reports that you can have in this very project. But before I continue, I will have to get back to the website that is where we have all the steps so that you can see other things that you can do. So we said that roadmap is where you plan, create, manage, forecast the team work, and you can use Epic to visualize this roadmap. When you create your Epic, you can set priorities and timelines, and you can also update these Epics as there are changes. If you continue to talk with your clients and your shareholders or the stakeholders, you should be able to modify the Epic. You can also share the epic, that's what I showed you. So to create a roadmap, make sure that you enabled roadmap in your setting. Click on roadmap, enter the name of the epic, which is what we've done. Set the epic start date and end date. And now do what? You can also add what we call issues and tags to the epics. So we can actually add issues and tags to the epic. So let me get back now. Let's try and demonstrate this. Back to project. I'll go to our roadmap because we want to get to the epic. So this is an epic, say, prepare Jira. I double click on it. Can you see that? So on this right hand side, you see that this is in progress, isn't it? So it's showing you what is happening there. Then under description, you will now describe what this epic is all about. And I said is prepare a project specification sheet and input it into Jira too. And this is going to be done by Gerard with other collaborators. So under attachment, you can attach that very project spec. Is that what you attached here? Good. So you can see that Gerard is already a pro. So when you attach, somebody can easily click on it and look at this project spec, isn't it? And now compare it with what you've done to see whether you did the right work. Then under assignee, Gerard Obina is the person working on it. He's the person that has done all this work so far. Under start date, you put the start date, you put the end date. Then the reporter is me. This is my account, jambo@ekene.com. Then under comments, I wrote that report to me as you progress. Okay, so he obliged by saying, "Sir, kindly go through what I've done so far." Okay, so that is what we'll have here. Please, can you see these actions? So when you click on actions, you'll be able to see add flag, clone, delete, print, export, and other things, including configure. So those are the things you can also do to your epic. I'm going to allow this configure to open up. Okay. Okay, so let's leave this configure for now. Let's get back to our project because we don't have any more things to configure. Okay. So let's now get to the backlog. Are we in the backlog? Okay. So let's say this very issue on backlog. You can have click on our, what's it called? Click on the options. And we can move it to, I'll move to it's not yet activated. Okay. Let me get back to this. Add attachments, add type issue, link issue, web pages, and more. Okay. Please, can you see these places, add child issue, and also link issues, web pages, and more. So let's use this one first. So you can see link issue. So we want to link issues to this very epic. So what issues are we linking? So you can see an issue is there. Build what? Backend API. So I can click on an issue and link the issue. Is that clear? But that's not the only issue about, and also that's not the issue that is related to this. So once I come here, I can also type more issue. What are the issues that you have? You have this prepare something, something. You have it there, huh? So, okay, register features. So please, is the issues that you have on your backlog already? That's what you can see here. So let's say you have register features. Once you type RE, you are going to see it there. Is that clear? So add as many issues as you want. Once you're done adding, you click on what? link issue. So that's how you link up issue to your what? Epic. And you can see that there's something changing there. Can you see that? Okay. So I'm gonna allow you to do that by yourself. Gerard, we're gonna do all this because I want to run this through so that you can practice the remaining. Okay, so what's the next thing? Enter the name of the epic, do issues. So sprint, I showed us how to create a sprint yesterday, and you've already done that. So make sure you go to your project setting, go to feature, activate backlogs and sprint. Sprint has to be activated before you can use it. Then drag from the backlog to create your what? Sprint and set the date. We did that yesterday. So we can now check report and estimation. Okay, so those are the two things that we did not do yesterday. So I'm going to come back here. When you get to any issue, so let's go to this from the backlog. Let's go to a specific issue. And let's click on the actions. Or let's add up a new issue. Let's just add up a new issue so that we can see what I want. Can you see create issue? So click on create issue. So let's say we want to do hosting. So I'll go to this and pick story. So when I pick story, I can press enter. Then I'll get to this place. I have what? Add flag, add parent, copy link, delete, move to the print, move to top of backlog, or move to bottom. I'm not seeing the effect that I want. Let me get to bots. Okay, so under login features, let's click on this. Okay, this is a login feature. This is a feature that is already there. Just double click on this feature. Exactly. So when you double click, you have this. So when we have this, we have you can attach, just like the way you did for Epic, you can attach a file, something like a diagram showing this feature. You understand? If you've seen a login, what you want the login person to do, you understand? You can snap it and attach. So that if somebody working on this feature will see that diagram and be able to know what you expect him to do. So you asked me about adding child issue or subtags. You understand? You can also see it here and add up your subtags. You can also link up other issues. So those are the things you can do. You can add up. Yeah, you can use it that. You can use it. Yeah. So under assignee, you can assign somebody to do this. So I'm going to assign Tclassified. Okay. And you can see the sprint. This is under sprint 1. You can see it's already indicated. And you're reporting to Augustine. Under comments, you can write something about this issue. You understand? So you can see that what are you able to understand now? You create the issue in the backlog, you understand? But modifying it when you come to the normal Kanban. Abi? That's when you can just double click on the issue that you have on the normal Kanban. You can now modify. You can now add up more things like picture and all those things. So please, I would like you to work on, do more work on it, you understand? What you already have is perfect. But once you go to issues, go to internet, you understand, see a login button, you understand? Just put it as an attachment, you understand? Fill up all these other places so that it will be rich. So that when we run our report, we can see many things on the report. Okay. So what else am I going to look at here? Okay, so when you also click here, you can see add flag, add parent issue, print out, clone. You can clone an issue. You can export this issue to XML. You can open this issue in a sidebar, so you can do a whole lot of things. You can also add epic. You understand? So if you had already created all your epics, that is what we did first, but so when you go to a particular issue, you can simply add an epic on the epic that this issue will be on. So what issue is this? Login feature, and we already know that login feature is under what? Build our backend. Abi? Build our backend using Django, isn't it? So you select the epic that it should be on. So here you have the epic, you have the issue, and you have everything concerning the issue here. Can you see that? So you can actually build out your epics. Once you're done, you go to Backlog, put all your issues. Once you're done, take them to the sprints and to the to-do. Then when you now go to to-do, you can add up the epic to affect the very issue that you're looking at. You understand? Because it's when you now finish all this issue, when this issue are on the complete, that's on the after the to-do, you have the in progress, review and done. When they are done, that's when if you're done with all the issues under an epic, what happens is that epic will be set to have been completed, isn't it? So that when you do your report, it will be effective. Okay. So those are all that we are able to do. And that is perfect. I'm going to click on save. So when I save, I'm going to now close this down. So I'm going to go to reports. So let's check out the reports. So we have the burn down report, the sprint report, and the velocity. Okay, let me get back to the steps. Okay. So I'm going to leave you to update all these. You understand? Update them perfectly so that we can now look at board rules and other things. But I'm quickly going to go to reports. So under reports, you can have your burn down reports, burn down chart, sprint reports, and different types of reports. So so let's check out one of the reports. Let's check the sprint burn down reports. So click on it. Yes. So once it's opened, the report goes like this. You have time on the horizontal. Then on the vertical, you have all your story points. So when you go up here, you're supposed to be able to choose the print that sprint that you want to produce the report. So which sprint are you producing the report? Sprint 1. That's what you have. Is that clear? Then the estimation field is not only story point that can be estimation field. There are other things that you can use as your estimation. You can use issue count. You can use story point. You understand? But apart from issue count and story point, you can also use original time estimate. Is that clear? Story point, issue count, and original time estimate. So, but here we are having story point. So let's leave it as story point. So the sprint burn down chart is comprising of two things. If you get to my the website, you see what is you see here. Sprint report has a condensed burn down chart and a report summary showing completed and non-completed issues. So those are the two things it has. So this is the burn down chart, and this is the summary of the report showing what completed and uncompleted issues. So you can see that there's nothing under your completed. So almost all the issues, okay, there is. These are all the completed issues. Abi? These are all the incompleted issues, isn't it? Then when you scroll down, you see completed. We only completed prepare project management. Abi? So this is your report. You should be able to have this report. so that your Oga can inspect them. Is that clear? But for this report to be more accurate, we are going to work on our sprint. Make sure that all our sprint has what they are supposed to have, so that we can have a more accurate abundant chart. So to do that, let me get back to our projects again. And let's check out our sprint. Okay. So when you click on the backlog, so this is the sprint you created, huh? So you can actually, once we are done with this sprint, we should be able to do another sprint, Abby, after 2 weeks. So let's do more sprints. Let's get, as a way of assignment, let's get everything under this sprint one that you are done. You understand? Let's get all of them done. Let's create a new sprint. You understand? Get the second sprint also done. Is that clear? Then let's now create the third sprint. And in the third sprint, let's have some things not done, some things under review. You understand? So that we can check back. Is it clear? Okay. So that's where we are stopping. Thank you. God bless.